What's good, YouTube? This is my first ever reaction video. We're reacting to animated horror films. I'm not so good on horror, but I'm gonna get through it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.
Back in early December, I had ventured out to a bit of late-night shopping. I'm a 31-year-old stay-at-home mother of 2 young children, so once my husband gets home from work, I like to take some time for myself to go shopping, take a drive, or run errands, and do that kid-free.
Oh, that's a good thing.
When I arrive at the Target that I frequent. Now, I'm by no means a paranoid or anxious individual, but I've taken several courses in human trafficking, and I've done plenty of research on my own learning to identify the red flags, as well as what precautions to always take whenever I'm out in public alone, and especially at night. I carry several...
Why? Hold up, pause. Hold up. Why are you going out at night? That's a red flag already. You going out at nighttime alone to do stuff. That, first of all, it's 2021, so someone's gonna think you're cheating. Second off, you're bound to get kidnapped that way. Why would you do that?
Yes. I parked directly in front of the store next to a car caddy and took a mental note of the vehicles that are nearby again, just as precautions. I was taught at a really early age
That parking lot is empty. Whatever.
Just naturally makes you that way. Nothing really seemed out of the ordinary that night, and the parking lot was actually quite empty, and most likely because it was a weekday. As I entered the store, I just began browsing like usual, following the natural flow of the store departments and following the main aisle around. I had only been browsing for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes when I noticed a young gentleman, mid-20s I think. He was tall and skinny and dressed in a dirty gray two-piece sweatsuit.
Oh, nah.
And dark brown boots.
Oh, nah. Look at this man. No. Leave the store. Come back in the morning time, bro. Just bring your kids. What's wrong with... There's a lot wrong with bringing your kids to the grocery store. They gonna ask for everything. But still, y'all gonna get kid. You're about to get kid. Look at this man. Look at him. He looks so suspect.
Looked over at me, which I smiled and said hello, but his facial expression was completely blank.
Why would you do that?
He may have been high on some
Yeah, leave.
drugs, but he didn't really seem to care for my gesture, and he just quickly moved on. At first glance, there was really nothing in particular that alarmed me about him, except that I took notice of the fact that he was just wandering down the main aisle with no card or basket. His hands were in his pockets, and he didn't seem to be with anyone. I just continued shopping with no second thoughts.
Why would you do that? Leave. Oh my gosh.
At that point, and that's when I noticed a second young gentleman wearing the same exact gray sweatsuit, a similar pair of
Oh my
boots, and
gosh.
again, no cart, no basket. He as well glanced right at me, then quickly darted his eyes right away when he realized I was looking directly at him. I started to become a bit more alerted at this point.
What do you mean? You're supposed to leave that cart there, leave, come back in the morning with your kids.
Just so passed, and that's when a third older man caught my attention.
Oh
And
my.
you guessed it. Same gray sweatsuit,
Oh my gosh, you about to get...
no basket, in his hands were in his pockets. I
This is a whole gang. This is a whole gang.
Maybe construction workers.
No, they're a whole gang. What you talking about? Hands in their pocket? 'Cause they would...
At this point, it was really difficult to focus on browsing. I just had a really bad feeling about these 3 men, and it became clear to me that something was definitely a bit off.
You don't think?
20 minutes or so,
You saw 3 men in a row wearing the same exact outfit.
communicating my whereabouts as I continued to make my way through the store. Because at each department I entered, it didn't take long for me to notice one of the 3 men pass by whatever side of aisle I happened to be in, then making their presence known to me. I stayed completely vigilant while trying not to panic or allow my suspicions to overwhelm.
What are you talking about? You supposed to run out the store, get in your car, and drive away. That's what you've been supposed to do.
just to prove to myself that I wasn't overthinking the situation.
You are!
It was definitely valid. I began taking random miles and traveling back and forth between the departments and varying.
You're overthinking. Hold up, nah. Because you're overthinking this too much. You were supposed to... You're overthinking way too much. You were supposed to get in that store and leave. You're supposed to get out of there and leave. Run away. Do something. Instead of just keep on shopping.
Just to see if the men would continue to pass by me as frequently as they had been before. With every aisle I popped into, it was just a few minutes later that one of them would make an appearance, staring me down as they passed by. It honestly felt like I was being surrounded like a wild animal, hunted even. The scariest part of all of this is they were no longer trying to be conspicuous. Everything instinctual was just screaming at me to get the hell out of there.
It should have been.
I gripped my car so tightly, and I figured if they got too close, I could just use the car to try and push them away, or at the very least, create some distance between us. By this point, I had been shopping for about an hour altogether, maybe a bit over, and I was...
See, this is... You're not supposed to be in the store for that long. Come on.
The men had been following me that whole time, and I was starting to become more annoyed if anything. Something that I want to add is the store was pretty empty around this time. One of the main reasons that I really like shopping at night, but that made this particular situation even more unsettling than it already was.
Why would you do shopping at night?
The girls were wandering around by themselves, which quickly caught my attention because the men had bypassed them as well, making similar advances. But of course, the young girls were seemingly oblivious. So I quietly and quickly got their attention and asked them to go find their parents and stay with them, trying not to freak them out. At this point, the mother in me was in full protection mode.
Why would you go with them? Go with them and get their parents too. What are you talking about? Leave with them. It's at least you have a 3v3 now.
So I immediately stopped and turned to lock eyes with him as he approached. I'm not kidding. I will never forget the darkness that I saw in his eyes. An eerie smirk formed on his face as he nudged my shoulder, just continuing to stare me down while walking backwards, all while holding on to a sinister gaze as he exited out of the store. I had lost sight of the other two men, and I hated the uncertainty of it all.
Oh my
He made his
gosh.
message clear to me in that very moment. My stomach dropped and my entire body began to shake. It was a feeling that I hadn't felt since I was a little kid getting lost in the supermarket. A feeling of desperation. I quickly walked to the checkout and discreetly asked the cashier if I could speak to a manager, and told them what had transpired over the last hour, and politely asking for a male employee to walk me in my car and for them to alert a member of their security. When I had finally told the manager everything that happened, her face had sunk as if she had already known about these men. And once I described them, she then confirmed that she knew exactly what I was talking about. She expressed to me that several of the female employees had found the men unsettling in the past. Then she reassured me that someone would definitely escort me to my car. She made a report about the incident and said she would alert the authorities. I was still shaking, but felt pretty relieved that she believed me, and also showing concern for the other young female patrons in the store. She took my information, then a young male employee walked me up to my car. What I saw as I exited the store made me so sick to my stomach, solidifying all of my suspicions. A white windowless van was parked in the line directly behind my car. One of the men was seated in the driver's seat, and the other two were leaning against the side of the van facing my car, then attempting to hide out of view. I mean, how cliche and obvious can you be? Your license plate might as well read Lady Snatchers at that point.
This is crazy. What?
Whatever the intent, it didn't seem pure. I had pointed them out to the male employee and then said, "There they are, that's them," which then prompted all of the men to scurry into the van and speed out of the parking lot without any hesitation. I truly have no idea what would have happened to me if I walked out to my car alone.
No, it's rats for you. It's rats. You're not safe.
Over that following week, I had heard that there were several...
No, you're not safe. They got your license plate. You're not safe no more. These obviously 3 advanced dudes. They know what they doing. They got your license plates now. Don't think it's over. They got your license plate. Come on.
Abduction attempts in the shopping center parallel to that target, and I'm almost certain that it was the exact same individuals. Human trafficking is very, very real. It's a very serious thing, and it can happen to anyone. You really have to watch your surroundings.
Come on, bro. That lady was just, I don't know. You should have been left the store. You should have been told someone that 3 men is following you. Like, come on. I'm just disappointed that she didn't tell someone that. It's 2021. You should have known. Since you saw 3 different men wearing the same thing. To go get someone. Or leave. Not leave, because they're by her. To go get someone. This is crazy. Alright, next video.
I'm a short, medium-sized girl. One day around the time that I was 8 months pregnant, I decided to make a trip out to Target to buy some things. I'm a very cautious person, constantly looking at my surroundings with mild paranoia, which was mostly inherited from my mom, who raised 3 kids all on her own, so she was always on guard. I got out of my new car, which I parked a little far from the store entrance for 2 reasons. I didn't want to get any dents from the other drivers, and I tried to get as much exercise as possible since I was pregnant.
Okay.
I noticed a huge red truck with 3 men inside of it with the windows down. I assumed that they were just waiting for someone inside the store, but something creeped up my neck when I then made eye contact with the driver.
You know what? Honestly, it's respectable to park that far. Cause she said, she's trying to get exercise and that she's pregnant. So it makes sense, but at the same time, you try to get as close as you can. Cause you never know what's gonna happen. So you try to get as close as you can to the entrance. Cause no one wants to walk that far. Even someone that's trying to lose weight is not trying to walk that far. Like, come on. Like, everyone knows that to get as close as you can to the store. Like, but it's cool. It's respectable, though. Her excuse is respectable.
I quickly turned away and then immediately began to feel self-conscious. A small girl that was visibly pregnant, I suddenly felt so vulnerable. Up until that point, my pregnancy was pretty smooth and never really made me feel like a target.
Let me not pause the video anymore.
Once I finally got in the store, I started to calm
There's a
down
long
bit
way to
more,
go.
relaxed and went about my shopping. When I left the store, though, I noticed that the same truck was still there. I put my bag in the trunk and got in my car as quickly as possible, then quickly turned it on and drove away. I noticed in my rear
You got more IQ than the first girl.
with the same 3 men still
Nope.
inside of it.
What's the thing? Take 4 rights.
I had realized right then and there that
And if they still following you, call 911. Go to a police station.
They were in a lane that can only go straight a few cars behind me. I thought, great, we're not going in the same direction. I was just being paranoid. As I passed the light, now turning, I see the red truck then switch the lane that I was in.
Oh no.
I then sped up to catch the next light turning yellow to put as much distance between them and me. I drove a little faster than usual, but that's when I realized that even if I made it home, they could still follow me there, and I would be going home to an empty house.
Thank you.
So instead,
Thank
I
you.
decided to drive past my street right to a shopping center that had a Starbucks.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
The ramps around the building, so you're not going to be visible at the main road which I was driving in.
Okay, she got way more IQ than the first girl.
On the road that I just left.
Way more.
There's a Starbucks, and I think, good, I'm in the clear now. As I'm still in the drive-thru, I then see the truck pass by again in the opposite direction, almost as if they're looking for me. I wait in the drive-thru for all of the other cars to leave, and I decide to call my sister and tell her I'm heading to her place. I didn't want to go home alone, and my boyfriend wanted to be home for 7
Why would you go to your sister's place? That's exposing your sister now.
What could have happened?
Now you putting your sister in danger. So if your sister goes missing, that's your fault.
Made me so paranoid that I didn't even leave my house for the remainder of my pregnancy. By the time I got to my sister's, I was absolutely shaken over it. I had told my sister all of the details and everything that happened. I never did see the men again or their red truck, and I'd really like to keep it that way.
Alright, that's good. That's good. She got way more IQ than the first one, man.
So this all takes place
Way
in August
more.
of last year, right before I moved to a different state for school. This story involved myself, 18 at the time, and my sister and cousin, both 14 at the time. And on the day in question, we decided to go on what we like to call an Uzi adventure, where we basically get in the car and pretty much just drive until we find something to do. On this day, we decided to go to a Target, but instead of the one we usually go to, we decided to go to a different one that was in the south end of the city in which we lived in.
Okay, nah, that's your first mistake. Go to the place that you know. Don't go to a whole different one just because, might be new stuff. No, go to the same one you've been going to because that's the safest one that you know. Don't go to a different one. Let's switch it up.
On the south end. It was pretty well known that all of the weird and dangerous people lived down there.
Okay, yeah, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. Why?
We get there and my sister and my cousin get a couple of things for school while I just pick up a CD. We check out and we go out to the car and we see a green Chevy Trailblazer that's now.
Whoa, what is he doing in there?
I didn't really notice.
Whoa, look at his arm.
The driver
Nah.
And the window was slightly open.
Okay, nah. Look what he's doing. Look at his arm.
Listened to the passenger seat and my cousin right behind her. And literally the second she got in the corner, she said, drive the hell out of here right now. I didn't really think too much of it though, because she didn't really sound panicked or anything. At least not to me. So I do as she said. And
Look at her face. What are you talking about?
onto the main road. That's when she told me that she saw some old man lying in the driver's seat, jerking off to people walking past.
I knew it. I knew it. Like, there ain't no way he doing that with his arm.
Something too, and we of course freaked out.
Like, look at his arm. No wonder he was doing that.
Staples parking lot and sitting there.
Look at his. Look, you saw his arm.
My sister was crying at this point and having an anxiety attack because she thought that she'd be in trouble with our parents.
Crazy.
For calling cops. I eventually convinced my cousin to call 911 for us and put in a report because my sister was still calling about not wanting to call the cops, and I really suck at phone calls, so it was really just best my cousin did it. Maybe about a half an hour later or something, right after the incident, we get a call from the police pretty much telling us that they found him in the car with his pants off and his tic tac out. And that since he was a repeat offender and did this apparently extremely often, we needed to come to the station
Okay,
and
nah.
file an official report.
Nah.
We tried to convince them to allow us to make it at the Target parking lot since they were there still, but they wouldn't allow it. I also want to add that during all of this, our parents had no idea what was going on, and I'm not really sure we wanted them to know. Specifically my aunt, because, well, she's pretty well known to blow stuff extremely out of proportion, and she would probably never let my cousin out of the house again. But now that we're going to be at the station, we really have no other choice but to tell them. So we tell our parents, and my mom, dad, brother, aunt, and uncle and cousin all meet us up at the station. I remember too that there was
Crazy.
only one or two POs on duty that night, and we had to wait a couple of hours while they called the detective at his house. So he literally ended up interviewing us right in his pajamas in the fax room. Months later, I was going to school in another state when we all got subpoenas to come to court. We ended up having to go to court 2 separate times, and I actually had to fly home for about a month or two the second time, because he apparently appealed or something before eventually pleading guilty the second time around, and now he's out on parole after pretty much serving no time in jail.
That's
In
crazy.
this story, we don't go to that target anymore ever.
You don't think? Why would you? You know what?
Parole officer, pretty much just asking my viewpoint and if I ever go to therapy over it. I guess on a lighter note though, because my family and I have a pretty warm sense of humor, we now refer to it as the pickle tickler incident. Anyways.
Okay, y'all doing too much.
74-year-old man that we found tickling the pickle in your car.
They doing too much. A tickle pickle. I'm done. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Either it be gaming, reacting, whatever. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.